been a tough gardening year so far. So I am trying to concentrate on, the small victories. And so I have one thing that I just wanted to walk you through that I am happy with. And of course, it's not the only thing I'm happy with, but I am happy with this combination, not only with how it is now, but also the changes that I added to it this year that I'm excited to see how they unfold over time. So what do I have here? I am going to start up here and show you that I've got a tree-like shrub that is Eucryphia glutinosa. So that's a deciduous small tree, flowering now, white flowers. Bees really do love it. Right this moment they don't seem to be very active because it's kind of shaded and cool, and maybe they're just, I don't know, exploring somewhere else. But then we've got, coming through it, a clematis vine, which is one of my favorite vines. Everywhere that I've planted it, like in client gardens, it's really one of the most reliable and vigorous vines. So back there, I don't know if you can see it, gets started, it's going up that kind of trellis, and then it's also kind of traipsing over into that Eucryphia. So it's a big vine, but it's not overly aggressive, but it is definitely a vine that can, have some impact and, trail through a number of different plants. So that's Clematis, vitacella, Venosa Violacea. And I will put that on the screen because, include a link to that because it's a bit of a mouthful. Okay, so those are the two plants. So additions this year that I'm happy about are this. Geranium down here, and then this here. This is a Veronicastrum virginicum. The variety is called Lavendelturm. So basically a lavender Veronicastrum. I think that's Culver's root. I'll have to look that up to be sure. But what I like about it is its unique flower shape, kind of upward spires. It's quite tall, and it's got really interesting foliage. So you can see the foliage just kind of radiates around the stems. There's the best view of it. So that's the foliage. We'll talk about that geranium here in just a second. And like I said, this is just a young plant. I just planted that this year, so it doesn't have much presence there. So hopefully I'll get more stems, and it will kind of fill this area kind of in between. But it'll do so in a way that's not heavy or obstructing, because it'll just be kind of a transparent upward veil of blooms in a different shape that complement the blooms behind, both in color and in contrast of shape. So some color echoes, and then some pretty significant differences in flower shape. And then we've got down here just a hardy geranium, super simple. You're seeing some other plants, which I'm not going to identify in this video, but that geranium is just kind of rambling at the base, supported and going up into and supported lightly by that Veronicastrum. So I'm getting a fair amount of height. Again, it's not heavy, and it's just complementary to that. So I really like that flower scene that is kind of unfolding, and it's supported by other plants around it, of course, that we're not talking about. But the combination of flowers goes from the geranium. This is called Patricia. We've got the Veronicastrum. Oh, there's the bee that we were talking about a little while ago. And then we've got the Eucryphia and the Clematis. So I like it, and I'm looking forward to it continuing to develop as a really sweet scene in my garden.